Welcome back to the channel. So, this is the third time I'm doing this video. First time I realized I wasn't recording. Second time, I forgot the title. Hopefully, third time. I mean, if we need to do this as many more times as we should, I'm all for it because I'm all for giving as much information as possible to help fellow people of my fellow brothers and sisters of Christ to be able to elevate. So, today's title is The Life That You Want Depends on How Much You Can Control Your Sexual Urges. So, let me elaborate on that. Growing up, you need to be able to stay focused on what you need to accomplish or get done. That's why school is such a emphasis on young children's lives. And excuse me. And dating not so much compared to people around their quarter or halfway through their life towards the end. That's when the relationships are more of a focus. So there's a reason for that, because in this society, women only value men that can provide, protect, provide some sort of beneficial situation where they can prosper from. You can argue all you want, that's just reality. And so there's really no point of even trying to date if you don't have anything to offer. So that's why you see, when you look at homeless people, you see mostly men. Because women, when they become homeless, all they need to do is just realize, hey, I don't want to be strong, independent anymore. And boom, there's a man right there ready to pick her up, back on her feet, get her going. That's the truth. That's the sad reality. Men, not so much. Men, we gotta, if there's any problems that you gotta deal with, that's on you. You better figure it out. You better go get the help that you need. But nobody's going to give you a handout. Nobody's going to feel sorry as much as, no one's gonna give you that genuine push that you need, especially if they're not helping themselves. You think a person that's not helping themselves is going to help you? No, that's not how this world operates. So, back to the sexual urges. Us men, we have desires, we have needs. So it wouldn't be humane to completely neglect it. Of course, you need some sort of female companionship, but sometimes it's just not readily available for you. Take me, for example, right? Throughout my adolescence, in high school or middle school, I got basically no action because I understood that in order for me to appeal in some sort of way to women, you gotta be able to become that guy, if that makes sense. You need money. I wasn't prioritizing working out as much early until later on, but those two things, they can do wonders for you in the dating market. It can improve your SMV, your sexual market value, and that's what you need in order to get that true, genuine, what do you call it? Authenticity from females. So that's me speaking for men. Honestly, this whole title video is just for men because women, they need to utilize what they have, God's gift to them. They need to utilize that in order for them to prosper in this world. I'm not saying they can't be the girl bosses that they dream of. You don't need a man. You can do that. I'm just saying you would save so much time, energy, effort if you just went the other way. And that's just me. I'm not even trying to promote being a 304, but that's the reality. What is the oldest profession in the world? If you look that up, you'll understand what I mean. But we can go into details about that on another video. But back to the men. So you need to understand that if you have nothing going for you right now, if you have no money coming in, you have no sort of transportation, that needs to be your priority. Because I know there's a lot of guys that are like, oh, why do I need that? Why do I need this? Yeah, it just helps, if that makes sense. And I can be kind of hypocritical because I'm like, okay, I don't want to purchase a house right now, but I have my reasons for doing that. Mainly because I'm mobile, so I can be wherever I want when I need to be. I can be wherever the money is, if that makes sense. I'm not stagnant. So that's a different scenario. But for the ones that just have nothing going for them, that has to be a priority if you're looking for creating the life that you want. You got to get those three down, which is the money, the body, and transportation. And once you do that, then everything else will start aligning. Now, here's the caveat. Dating still probably won't go in your favor because the competition is just unreal. Social media is here. So yeah, that just won't come as easily as you think. But there's a twist on that. It can come as easy as you think, depending on your success level. So it's I'm trying to stay optimistic here. Let's say it's a win-win situation. The more successful you become, the more intimate relationships you can partake in. That's a good deal. So as long as you have that positive mindset, anything is possible. Just don't, I'm gonna say, blow it when you don't know where your bread is gonna come from, especially if you're just starting out. Me, I can kind of splurge a bit. I'm 26, right? And I've set up a way for me to get money without in my sleep, if that makes sense. And that's because I put in the work all the way up to now. And I want to say maybe a couple of years before I am where I am today. A couple of years ago, I kind of let go of the gas a bit, but it's really just for my own experience and also knowledge for you, for the world, for you guys. I want to be a prime example of who you take notes from so you can improve your lives for the better. Hope I can be that person. I'm going to continue to try to be that person for you. So yeah, that's my story. That's my rant. Do with that information as you please, and have a good day. Peace.